Hey y'all, my name is Taylor. I'm a therapist and I love metal. So, what are we going to do? We're going to listen to a metal song by Sleep Token, my favorite, and we're going to talk about the lyrics and hopefully use them as a way to help you improve your mental health. So, let's do it. We're listening to Take Me Back to Eden. The nature sounds I love. I feel like I can breathe. Just getting the lyrics.
I dream in phosphorescence, bleed through spaces, see you drifting past the fall, but no one told you where to go. We dive through crystal waters, perfect oceans, but no one told me not to breathe. And now the weightlessness recedes.
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
Sharpest teeth, you know my desire. I will travel far beyond the path of reason. Take me back to Eden. Take me back to well, yeah, I spit blood when I wake up. Sink porcelain stain chopped in our brain matter and makeup. Just 2 days since the mainframe went down and I'm still messed up. Room feels like a meat freezer, I dangling like cold cuts. Missed calls, answer phones from people I just don't trust. Mirror talk, fake love, but I'll take a pound of your flesh before you take a piece of my pay stub. White roses, black doves, godmother, rise up. I need you to see me for what I have become. My, those eyes like fire. I'm a winged insect, you're a funeral pyre. Come now, bite through these wires. I'm a waking hell and the gods grow tired. Reset my patient violence along both lines of a pathway higher. Grow back your sharpest teeth, you know show, does it not? That we've no idea what we've got until we lose it.
Stop.
And no amount of love will keep it around if we don't choose it. And I don't know what's got its teeth in me, but I'm about to bite back in anger. No amount of self-absorbed fury will bring back the glory of innocence. Those eyes like fire, I'm a winged insect, you're a funeral pyre. Come now, bite through these wires, I'm a waking hell and the gods grow tired. Reset my patient violence along both lines of a pathway higher. Grow back your sharpest teeth, you know my desire.
I'm gonna throw up. I'm having trouble breathing. I can't. What? I do this every time, but like for it's just so many things. It's soft and it's heavy and it's hard, but it's beautiful and it's and it's sweet, but it's like scary. Dichotomies, y'all. Oh my. I need you to see me for what I have become. I love the way that he uses language because it's all up to interpretation, and that's what we're going to do here. And it's also a little bit about what I want to talk about, which is so often we see a little bit of something and our mind fills in the blanks. And in our day-to-day lives, this is really helpful. It has like a really big purpose of safety, of protection, of making sense of things. For example, we see a red hexagon, we automatically assume stop sign, right? So we know, even if we can't read the word stop, that we should stop. That sign might not say stop. It might say peace and love. But we see it and we'll probably stop because our mind has taken enough of the outline of the information to create a picture. We do this with people and with situations too. Our minds gather just a small amount of information and then we project the full picture. We think that we have enough information to create a story. And this becomes really problematic when we do it about vision casting, where we cast into the future about what's going to happen, and when we make up our minds about someone before we actually have enough information to do so. Something I see a lot with clients, this happens in romantic relationships, where early on in dating, they'll see certain information. Maybe they'll stalk them on their social media, they'll go on 1 or 2 dates, and suddenly they have vision cast into the future what their life is going to be like, because their mind thinks that they have enough information to see the full picture. But the truth is that we often don't see people for what they have become. We see people for what we want to see or what we want them to be. We do this with ourselves too, except usually it's more self-deprecating when we do it to ourselves instead of hopeful. But this is really problematic because then once we've set our vision, once we've gathered the information and we've created the picture, our brain stops accepting information that contradicts that picture. So let's say you go on a date with someone and you scroll through their Instagram and you think that they're kind and nice and reliable and they're going to show up for you. And even though they cancel the next 3 dates, you might still tell yourself, yeah, they're kind and nice and reliable, because you've already created this picture before you've gathered the information. So the challenge is to wait to gather the data before we fill in the information. This takes actual effort because our brain wants to naturally do that for a lot of things. But we have to allow ourselves to actually see the full information, the full data set, before we create a conclusion. We have to allow ourselves to see people and ourselves for who we've actually become instead of who we were or who we want someone else to be. I think that this is especially important for you and yourself. We tend to vision cast the future of ourselves based off of the pain of our past. And so we'll say, oh, this is what my past looked like. My future must look like this too. We don't allow space for the possibility of who we could become. So we have to pause, remind ourselves that we're just collecting data, that the past does not always dictate the future, that we can create positive change. If you're struggling with that, if you're struggling with seeing yourself or someone accurately because of the picture that you have created in your mind, comment below and tag at HeartSupport and we'll reply with encouragement. We want to be there for you. We want to support you. Okay, cool. I guess it goes to show, does it not, that we've got no idea what we've got until we lose it. This is so true. And something I work with my clients a lot on is practicing gratitude, because I will often hear people say in my office, if I just had this, I would be happy. And we don't realize what we have. We don't realize how blessed we are to have a roof over our heads, to have a job, to have the friends we do have, to have food, comfort, a cup of coffee in the morning, until for whatever reason that thing is taken away. So what we can cultivate now is the practice of awareness of what we do have and gratitude for it. Because when we do that, it helps us, one, stay present in the moment, and also allows us to be grateful even when we don't have everything that we want. We can be grateful for what we do have. So taking a moment to practice gratitude is really helpful. It's something that I recommend that my clients do at the beginning or at the end of each day, to just say 3 things that they're grateful for, big or small. And if you've lost something recently and you didn't realize how much you loved it or how much it meant to you or how important it was to you until you lost it, that's okay. I get it. We've all been there. But you don't have to do it alone. So comment below, tag out HeartSupport, tell us what you're working through, and let us encourage you. The comments are a safe space for you. And no amount of love will keep it around if we don't choose it. This is a really important point, because often we base our decisions off of a feeling, which is okay. But those feelings sometimes go away. And so it can be helpful to think about what we want to do when that feeling goes away. Love is a great example of this. I work with a lot of couples, and I notice that love as a feeling often comes and goes. But we get to choose to act out of love even when we don't feel it. We can do this with any feeling. Motivation is a feeling that often comes and goes, but we can choose to act as if we are motivated, to act out of motivation, even if we don't feel it. And if we only act out of the feeling when we feel it, that it can lead to strained relationships with ourselves and with others. It can lead to us not accomplishing our goals and not having the life that we want. Sometimes we have to act from a place of desired feeling, right? Even if I don't feel love, love is something I desire. So I want to feel love. So I need to act out of love to continue to create it in my life. This is a really, really important lesson and a really challenging one, because so many of us and so many clients that I see, we allow our feelings only to dictate our actions without considering that we might not always want to act out of the feelings that we have. So we often need to slow down, breathe, and use our feelings to check in with ourselves, but then take a pause before we decide to just act out of them. In relationships, the feeling of love isn't enough to keep a relationship alive. The choice to always love and act out of love is enough to keep it alive. If you're struggling with choosing love, with choosing to act on a feeling that you wish you had more of, comment below. Tag out HeartSupport. Let us know. Let us be there for you. We want to help you continue to choose an action that is going to help you create more of the feeling that you want in your life, whether it's love, motivation, respect, determination. You can act out of that feeling even when you don't feel it. All right. Thank you all so much. I love Sleep Token. Oh my gosh. Take me back to Eden by Sleep Token. If you are struggling with anything or could relate to anything at all that I was saying today, tag out HeartSupport in the comments and open up. This is a safe place for your vulnerability, and we will encourage you. Have a good day, y'all.